Bihari. Jai Gopi Chandra Vallabha Giridharadhari. Sodanandana Vrajajana Rajana Yamunatira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Chandra Vallabha Giridharadhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Rajana Yamunatira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Chandra Vallabha Giridharadhari. Sodanandana Vrajajana Rajana Yamunatira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govardhana Dhari, Radha Govardhana Dhari, Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhana. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Then reading from Bhagavad-gita as it is, second chapter, contents of Gita summarized, text number 4. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then Arjuna Vacha Katham Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubir Pratiyotsyami Puja Havadisudana. Arjuna Vacha Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Pujaha Varisutana. Once more. Arjuna Uvacha Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Puja Havarisudana. Arjuna Uvacha Katam Brahma Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Puja Havarisudana. Ladies. Arjuna Uvacha Bhishmam Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Pratiyotsyami Puja Varisudana. Now translation of the word is Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna said, Katham, how? Bhishmam, Bhishma, Aham, I, Sankhye, in the fight, Dronam, Drona, Cha, also, Madhusudana, or killer of Madhu, Ishubir, with the arrows, Pratiyotsyami, shall counterattack, Puja Ahau. Those who are worshipable, Harisudana, or killer of the enemies. Translation. Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counteract with the arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? Let's repeat. Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? Now the purport given by His Divine Grace is Srila Prabhupada. Respectable superiors like Bhishma and the grandfather, and Dronacharya, the teacher, are always worshipable. Even if they attack, they should not be counterattacked. It is general etiquette that superiors are not to be offered even a verbal fight. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counterattack them? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasena or his teacher Sanjipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna. Anyway, this is not the final arguments. Okay. Yana Chivirandasya Yanam Jana Shalakaya Shakshurum Militam Jena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Madhavishtam Staptam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadam Chikam Vandeham Siguruho Sijuta Pada Kamalam Sigurum Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrasatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijanat Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Bracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashacha Deshatari. And then I repeat the verse. Arjuna Uvacha Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye. This I don't need. Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubir Pratiyotsyami Puja Varisudana. Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of mad, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? That's very small purport. I will read the next verse that we can elaborate more. I read the verse. Guru Mahatva hi Mahanubhavam Shriyo Bhoktum Bhaiksham Apiha Loke Hatvarta Kamanstu Gurum Vihaiva Bhunjiya Bhogam Rudira Pratigdam. I repeat. Gurum Mahatva hi Mahanubhavam Shreyo Bhoktum Bhaiksham Apiha Loke Hatvarta Kamanstu Gurum Vihaiva Bhunjiya Bhogam Rudira Pradigdam. Let's repeat the words. Gurum, the superiors. Ahatva, not killing. He, certainly. Maha Anubhavam, great souls. Shreya, it is better. Bhoktum, to enjoy life. Bhaikshyam, by begging. Api, even. Iha, in this life. Loke, in this world. Hatva, killing. Artha, gain. Kamang, desiring. Tu, but. Gurum, superiors. Iha, in this world. Eva, certainly. Bunjya, one has to enjoy. Bogam, enjoyable things. Rudira, blood. Pradigdham, tainted with. Translate. I would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. And then purport given by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. According to scriptural codes, a teacher who engages in an abominable action and has lost his sense of discrimination is fit to be abandoned. Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhana because of his financial assistance, although they should not have accepted such a position simply on financial considerations. Under the circumstances, they have lost the respectability of teachers. But Arjuna thinks that nevertheless they remain his superiors, and therefore to enjoy material profits after killing them would mean to enjoy spoil tainted with blood. And then there's more arguments of Arjuna to justify his decision of abandon the battle like this. According to the mundane morality, these arguments are valid like this. Even in India, there are people that say, oh, Arjuna will be right like this. Oh, I don't know why Krishna wants to have this war like this. No, because Arjuna, they cannot understand. They cannot surrender to Krishna like this. And then arguments like this. And we can see that this situation like this, that Arjuna entering an existential crisis like this, certainly is an arrangement of Krishna like this, for speaking the Bhagavad-gita. Because of this situation, we can get this knowledge here. It's interesting that Krishna started explaining of the basic knowledge that we have to know about the philosophy of the reality. The first thing, we are not the body, this body. Yeah. And then Lord Krishna, he took advantage of these arguments of Arjuna to teach us about this knowledge that is the basic knowledge to understand the reality. If you don't understand it, our own nature, we cannot understand the reality as the whole. Like it. In case of Bhishma Dronacharya, Bhishma Devi Dronacharya, great souls, but he's explained that Duryodhana, he was a crooked man and very smart. He very skilled in terms of politics and diplomacy, like that. And he was thinking about this war long ago, before. He's doing the arrangements like this for this war. Because he said that I will win this war, and the Pandavas will be killed, like this. He was certain about that, like this. And then he said, I put, as Srila Prabhupada explained, by financial advantages, like this. Because Bhishma Deva is a very old man. He is the grandfather of Arjuna, like this. And then he was a great general. But he said that in the battle, I'm not fight with my nephews. He said like that. No. And Drona was the master of martial arts. And Arjuna was the best student. And they have one relationship, very intimate, like that. And then Arjuna, he is acting as a normal human being, although he was very advanced, like this, and he was like he's a very emotional, like this. But Krishna does not accept his argument. He said, it's not your swabhava, so his nature, intimate nature, to be like one ascetic. No, you're a kshatriya. And he said, I will abandon everything, I go to the forest to live as a renunciant, one I said. Krishna said, no, you will be there, and people there, they say, oh, Arjuna, you're free from battle, you're a coward. Like that, you want to fight with them like that. Because you are kshatriya. You react like kshatriya. You're not reacting as a brahmana. Okay, Hare Krishna, like this. No. You're kshatriya, like this. Forget this. You have to do your duty. And then afterwards, Krishna gives all the arguments. All the Bhagavad-gita is arguments to to take the Arjuna out of this confusion and the state, like the psychological state like that, this existential crisis like that. But definitely it should be one arrangement of Krishna like this for in order to again establish the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita. Even Krishna says, I have taught the same knowledge in the past, but it is lost like this. And also Krishna wants to purify the environment because there was so many very crooked kings like the friends of Duryodhana, like that. Even he could, his army is very strong, like this. Almost the double of the army of the Pandavas. But Krishna was in the side of the Pandavas, and he didn't fight. Why the Pandavas won this battle, all these sons of Dhritarashtra were killed like this. But this also shows the Arjuna, he had a very, very soft heart. Although he was Kshatriya, in general, like this. Krishna used to call Arjuna the Mahabahu, because his arms would be like this, Mahabahu. The great arms like this, strong man like that. But soft heart like this. You can see they are considering this like this. And it's natural for one person who has very high values in his life. And the Pandavas was like this. They are Kshatriya, but they are very gentle persons. Bhima, more or less. Bhima. But Yudhishthira, like this, the Dharmapala, the protector of Dharma. Like this, special. Like this. And then it was the opportunity to Krishna to teach us this knowledge. And then first thing that Krishna says that we are eternal. The first argument that Krishna gives. Na tuevaham jatu na sam na tvam neme janadipa na chaiva na bhavishya maha sarve vayam ataparam. He said, oh, Arjuna, you see, all these kings, all these generals here, always existed in the past, now existing now, and will exist in the future. Like this. This is a very important knowledge like this. Here in the West, the spiritual culture of the West could not come to this point to understand that we already exist in the past, and we will exist in the future like this. something like 10, 15 years ago, or more, 20, I don't know, I can't remember. There was in the internet this kind of debates. It was very famous, like the debates between the Big Bang people with the people who defend the creation of God, according to the Bible, like this. Debate is both sides very well prepared, like this. In UK and US, this debated in the great universities. You can check in the internet, probably is there. And then there's no, we cannot have one, what is this word, consent. There's no one accordance between these two. No way. For example, the creationists, they say that, look at the human eye. This could not be created by chance. No, it's impossible. It's so complicated, like this. This is a God creation, like that. And the other side says, oh, look how this evolution is wonderful, to come to the point of human eye. And then no way. But one thing that they agreed, everything starts from nothing. Like, and then like this. But Krishna says, no, we are eternal. Eternal means Anadi and Ananta. Anadi, without end, without beginning. And Ananta, without end. For example, people think that eternity is something very large, like this goes. There's no end like this. But eternity means that there's no time. Time is a phenomenon of this material world, like this. The tick-tock does not stop, like this. There's no past, no future in eternity. How can you understand this? We just can understand through the Shastras. To the Shastra. This transcendental knowledge, there's no way we cannot understand by. In philosophy of India, there is different types of you can get knowledge. The first one is pratyaksha. Pratyaksha, the knowledge that you can obtain through the senses. The science use this pratyaksha because they have to see, they have to see the results like this. Even they use some powerful machines like that, but you have the senses to check like this. And then there is logic, like Anumana. Anumana logic is like if, for example, you can go more further, like we can go beyond the pratyaksha, but not much. Because the most simple logic, there's one philosopher in India, Nyaya, explained the philosophy of knowledge, logic. And then the most simple logic is, there's one sutra, it says like this, Yata dhuma tata agni. Where is how is the humu English? Humu. Smoke. Where is smoke is fire. There is fire. If you see far away smoke, and then there is fire, like this. Because you know the relation between smoke and fire. You know this relation, and then you conclude, you see just one element, and then you conclude the other one. That's fire. And then we can apply this rule for something more broad, for example. We can make it more relation, like this. One organized phenomenon always has one consciousness behind. Okay? Someone constructed this temple. Someone installed these deities. It's an organized phenomenon like this. Has to be one consciousness behind. And then we look to sky and see many stars, planets, and many different phenomena like that. But they are organized. They organize it. The orbit of these satellites or planets like this is very precise. It's something impressive. It's completely precise for seconds. That's it. In 10,000 years, you can know the position of this planet like this exactly. And there is an organized phenomenon, and then should be one consciousness behind. And then people can ask you like this: who is this person behind this phenomenon? And then through this method of Anumana, you say, I don't know. Only we can say that there is one phenomenon. And then the third way to get through knowledge is called the Shastras. What's it called? The Brahma, huh? Shabda Brahma. Oh, Shastra. Your Shastra. Shabda Brahma. It is the revealed knowledge. Knowledge who descends to this human society like this. It's the only way that we can know about soul, about God, about the life after death, about eternity. The only way is this revealed knowledge, the Shastra, Shabda Brahma. And then we have the Shastra thing, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada. We have this knowledge. And then we can understand. Because the Bhagavad-gita is the book more important in this world. More important. I'm completely sure about that. There's other scriptures. Okay. They speak about God, they speak about the mercy of God. Okay. Compassion, virtues, like this. But for understanding the reality, Bhagavad-gita. And then all this incident before this Purushatraya war, this was the opportunity that Krishna had to give us the whole knowledge. And finally, Arjuna, he could become free from this confusion. He said one verse, very, very, very interesting and very important verse, like in the final of chapter 18. What is this verse? Arjuna Vatya 66, no. Okay. Wait. Arjuna Vatya Nashtu Moha Smriti Labda Tvat Prasadam Mayachyuta Ishtitos Migata Sandeha Karishye Vachanam Tava. This is very, very good. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. Nashto moha. My illusion is now gone. Smriti labda. I have regained my memory by your mercy. Tvat prasada. By your maya achyuta. Tvat prasadam maya. By your mercy to me. Smriti labda. I have regained my memory. Istitos me. I'm now firm. Gata sandeha. And free from doubt. Karishye vachanam tava. And I am prepared to act according to your instructions. Beautiful verse. Beautiful verse. Very inspiring, like this. And then, from this point that Arjuna is confused to this one, that he is free from this illusion, having all this knowledge. all this knowledge. And then we can take advantage of these instructions of Krishna in order to save our life. Okay? Some question or comments like this? Yes.
Were rejected.
Ah.
That sort of implies that there's a different level of morality, or that we might one day transcend morality. I wonder if you could say a little bit more about that, because sometimes devotees justify all manner of things. I'm doing it for Krishna, I don't want to, subscribe to mundane morality. So where's the line?
No. The point is that, you cannot use this for doing anything in name of Krishna like this. But in this case of the Purushatraya war, is one fight between the good and the evil, like this, very clear. It was very clear. It's not a political situation. Even the Pandavas, they don't have this war like this at the last moment. They want to avoid this like this. Give me a simple one village for each one of us, and we are satisfied. But Duryodhana is completely convinced that could kill the Pandavas at once. And then, okay, if the war is not cannot be avoided, let's fight like this. And then they are very strong men, and then they won. This is the point. But the clue is one verse that Krishna says. It's a verse Krishna says, I say to you. This one verse is very interesting. He says, Swadharmam apichavekshya navikampitum ahasti dharmyadhi yudhachreyo nyat kshatriyasya chavidyate. Considering your specific duty of kshatriya, the swadharma, his very nature, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fight on religious principle to the Dharma, like Dharmyad di Yudhachreyo Nyat. And so there is no need for hesitation. And then there's a fight for Dharma, establishing the Dharma.
So part two, Arjuna's argument here is, the junior shouldn't attack the senior, even if the senior attacks. And of course we know Vaishnava etiquette is like that as well, that we shouldn't even offer a verbal argument to a senior. But what are the circumstances in which it might be appropriate to challenge a senior? Evidently Krishna expected Arjuna to fight Bhishma and fight Drona, so what's the rationale where, in fact, it might be appropriate?
I don't think I understand exactly your point. But one thing that Srila Prabhupada, here in the purport, he criticized Bhishma and Drona. He criticized. They don't need to accept this situation because of financial gains like this. You have to be in my side, Duryodhana says. Yeah? Prabhupada criticizes like this. It's not. They are also guilt because they could not accept it. No. Yeah, Bhishma said, I'm not going to fight with my nephew like this. Okay. But it was not correct that he could stay in the side of Duryodhana like this. Okay, thank you for coming. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I have these booklets, some articles of mine, booklets. I wrote several books in my lifetime in Spanish. And then separate 7 articles